Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, mic check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Woodbine Mohawk Park on this Friday, April 29th, 2022. Getting set for today's qualifying session, which will feature 15 races. Total of 15 qualifiers for this beautiful Friday morning. Horses for the first qualifier are making their way onto the track. We will have 3-year-old trotters in the opener. If you'd like to follow along with today's action, besides just watching our live stream, you can head to woodbinemohawkpark.com, click on the Horse Peoples tab, and on that page you will be able to find the entries and program pages for today's qualifiers. Starting gate beginning to move into position for our first of 15 qualifiers here this morning from Woodbine Mohawk Park. The lone change in our first qualifier is an equipment note. Note that number 2, Elegant Mermaid, does not wear trotting hobbles. It is to be a field of 8 here for the first qualifier. 3-year-old trotting fillies. Let's meet the field. Number 1 is Moneyworth. The 2 is Elegant Mermaid. The 3, Warwi Xenia. The 4 is Dabra Day. The 5 is Socks and Crocs. 6 is Hershey Sealster. 7 is Resolving. And the 8 is OSS Superfinal winner, Adair Castle. So it is a field of 8 3-year-old trotting fillies getting assembled for our first qualifier here today from Woodbine Mohawk Park. Lovely morning. Wind coming in from the east. Not the stiffest of winds, but it will be pushing them down the stretch. Temperature sitting around 10 or 11 degrees Celsius, and the track is fast. Starting gate to the top of the stretch for our first of 15. Gate picking up speed, and here they come. They're off and trotting. Elegant Mermaid towards the inside is holding ground, pushing from the center is Socks and Crocs, and there goes Adair Castle from the outside, pushing ahead. In behind horses is Hershey Sealster, mid-pack, that is Warwi Xenia getting away in 5th. Right behind is Moneyworth. On the outside is Resolving, and then we go back to Dabra Day. Into the first turn they go, and Adair Castle is fronting them towards the opening quarter. Racing in second is Socks and Crocs, while Hershey Sealster settles third. They race past the opening quarter in 29 and 3. And your leader into the backstretch, it is Adair Castle. So Adair Castle, the daughter of Muscle Mass, winner of nearly $500,000 last year. Off stride while racing in 4th went Elegant Mermaid after the opening quarter. So it's Adair Castle leading it. In second is Socks and Crocs. Third is Hershey Sealster. Big gap then going back to Warwiezenia in fourth. A couple of lengths to Moneyworth, who trots along in fifth. Sixth is Resolving. Seventh up the backside is Dabra Day. And then resetting after the break is Elegant Mermaid. They race past the half, and Adair Castle is there in a minute even. Second quarter was trotted in 30 and 2. On to the final turn they go. Leading by a length and a half, it's Adair Castle. Getting the 2-hole trip is Socks and Crocs. 3 lengths from the front is Hershey Sealster. Warwiezenia continues to trot along in fourth, looking to tighten up in fifth. That is Moneyworth. Breaker at the back. Off stride again went Elegant Mermaid. We'll check in with Moneyworth, as we mentioned, fifth, tracked by Resolving sixth. Seventh is Dabra Day, but it's Adair Castle looking good on the lead. Races past three quarters in 1:30 flat, so they'll turn for home. Check that 1:30 and 1 for three quarters into the stretch, and it is Adair Castle looking to scoot away. Second is Socks and Crocs. Continuing to trot third is Hershey Sealster. Warwiezenia is in fourth. Into the final eighth of the mile, Adair Castle trying to push that one is Socks and Crocs looking to get to the wheel, but under a hand drive, it'll be Adair Castle to win. Socks and Crocs finishes second. Third will go to Warwiezenia. Off stride fourth was Hershey Sealster. Time of the mile was 1:58 flat. $158 flat, the time of the mile for the winner of qualifier number 1, number 8, Adair Castle. James McDonald was in the sulky for trainer Mark Etzel. We're getting set for qualifier number 2. Coming up next, there are no changes for our second qualifier. It'll be a field of 8 3-year-old pacing colts and geldings. They will be lining up in just a moment. Our gate crew, however, trying to shoo away some friends, so there are no disruptions during today's qualifiers. Field of 8 3-year-old pacing colts and geldings. And all 8 are now on the backside. And they'll be turning to line up in just a moment. So the starting gate's moving into position. Let's meet the field. Inside out, we have Slick Richard, Jabberwocky, Ron, Magical Arthur, Many Moons, Stonebridge Helios, Century Inspector, and the Boss Said. That's your field of 8 for qualifier number 2. Grand Circuit winner and OSS standout Stonebridge Helios making his 3-year-old debut. Lining up in post 6. Bob McClure driving for trainer John Pentland. Going up against a pretty good group here, which does include $200,000 winner Magical Arthur. Going from post position number 4. Starting gate swings into the stretch. This field of 8 is picking up speed, and here they come for qualifier number 2. And they're off and pacing. And getting away quickest, that is Ron towards the inside. The outside pair, Century Inspector and the Boss Said, are blasting away. Also there is Magical Arthur getting away in 4th. Then we go to Many Moons, who got away in 5th. Stonebridge Helios taken back to get away 6th. As we go to Slick Richard 7th, and your early trailer is Jabberwocky. So coming away with the early advantage, it's the Boss Said, and the Boss Said cuts out a sharp opening quarter of 27-2. So it's the Boss Said, the leader, but not for long, as Century Inspector now will come around, and it'll be Century Inspector crosses over and will lead them up the backstretch. That puts the Boss Said in the 2-hole. Racing 3rd is Ron, then 4th is Magical Arthur. Racing along 5th is Many Moons, 2 lengths then to Stonebridge Helios in 6th. 7th is Slick Richard, and your trailer 8th is Jabberwocky. So up front by a length and a half, it's Century Inspector, who banked $129,000 in his rookie campaign. He was past the half in 57 seconds flat. Heading into the final turn. And out from 3rd comes Ron. Ron is underway and looking to attack quickly now at Century Inspector. Right on the leader's helmet, as the Boss Said. Slipping to the outside, Magical Arthur is 2nd over. Then it is Many Moons in 5th. Back to Stonebridge Helios 6th. 7th is Slick Richard, and Jabberwocky is the trailer 8th. Here on the outside, Ron looks to overtake Century Inspector and does just that. So Ron has surged up to take the lead past 3/4 in 1:26-2. Off the turn and into the stretch. It is Ron. Magical Arthur on the outside. Century Inspector now back in 3rd. In behind horses is the Boss Said. Out in the center of the track, that is Many Moons. Then we go back to Stonebridge Helios. As they come into the final 1/8 of the mile, it is Ron. Magical Arthur on the outside, trying to power on by. Ron looking to dig in. Magical Arthur, the Boss Said, gets loose and is coming on the outside. 3 across coming to the line. The Boss Said on the far outside got it. From Magical Arthur 2nd, Ron was 3rd. Time of the mile, 1:54 flat. So in the photo in qualifier number 2, the winner was number 8, The Boss Said, by a nose over number 4, Magical Arthur. Number 3, Ron, was third. Time of the mile was 1:54 flat. The winner, number 8, The Boss Said, Sylvain Fillion, driving for trainer Richard Moreau. 3-year-old gelded son of Huntsville, takes qualifier number 2 in 1:54. Up next is qualifier number 3. There are no changes here in the third qualifier. Back over to the trot as we've got 3-year-old trotting colts and geldings getting set. Field of 7 from the inside out. It's Mass Attack, HP Maestro, Seacan, Red Overbach, Armstead Cole, Twinbee Archie, and Duly Resolved. So a good group of sophomore trotters getting assembled, including local stars Twinbee Archie and Duly Resolved lining up posts 6 and 7. So the starting gate comes to the top of the stretch. Qualifier number 3. Field of 7, trotters picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and trotting. Pretty even beginning here, especially towards the inside. Seacan might push ahead of HP Maestro. From the center is Red Overbach. On the outside, there's Duly Resolved, who will be put right in the middle. Then it is Twin B Archie from the rail. Mass Attack got away 6th, and 7th is Armstead Cole. They're going into the first turn. At the inside is Seacan. Red Overbach on the outside 2nd. Watching them while racing in 3rd is HP Maestro. So Red Overbach looking to get around Seacan. They'll be on even terms at the opening quarter in 28 and 4. Into the backstretch they go, and Red Overbach and Jody Jameson look to clear to command, and they'll do just that. Seacan is now in 2nd. 3rd is HP Maestro. Then in 4th is Duly Resolved, who is followed by Twin B Archie in 5th. 6th is Mass Attack, and your trailer 7th is Armstead Cole. That's how they march up the backside, approaching the half. They are following Red Overbach, the gelded son of Royalty for Life, is leading the way. 2 for 10 in his rookie campaign, made $75,000. Red Overbach is past the half in 59 and 4. So he had them back down there, as that was a 31-second second quarter. Red Overbach leads it by a little more than a length and a half. Seacan in 2nd. HP Maestro in 3rd is getting underway, or look to be getting underway. Duly Resolved will likely follow, and so too will Twin B Archie. Then it is Mass Attack in 6th, and 7th is Armstead Cole. Red Overbach has ramped it up now as they approach 3 quarters, and here's HP Maestro on the outside first up. 3 quarters was hit in 130 flat, so they'll spin for home. Red Overbach at the inside. On the outside, HP Maestro, Duly Resolved, nicely placed there. We'll see what he's got here in the final quarter of the mile. It's still Red Overbach leading it by nearly 2. It's HP Maestro in 2nd. At the inside, Seacan 3rd. And here comes Duly Resolved off cover now, looking to charge and track down the leader, but Red Overbach has got them here. It'll be Red Overbach to take it. Duly Resolved finishing up well, grab 2nd. Seacan up the inside 3rd. HP Maestro was 4th, and off stride at the line. That was Twin B Archie. Time of the mile, 1:56 and 4. Home in 26 and 4. Red Overbach wins it. Qualifier number 3 goes to number 4, Red Overbach, 3-year-old gelded son of Royalty for Life. Driven to victory by Jody Jameson for trainer Meg Crone. 2 for 10 in his rookie campaign, a winner of 75,000 life. Stops the clock in 1:56 and 4, just a 1/5 of a second off of his best as a rookie of 1:56 and 3. Final quarter was 26 and 4. Number 7, Duly Resolved, was 2nd. Number 3, Seacan, was 3rd. Up next is qualifier number 4. 3-year-old pacing colts and geldings will compete here in the 4th qualifier. One driver change. Number 1, West is Best. The driver will be Sylvan Fillion. Sylvan Fillion drives number 1, West is Best. So they'll make the turn as they have been summoned now by the starter for our 4th qualifier. Inside out, we have West is Best, Drop the Rake Freddy, Airy Shadow, Ship Disturber, Cold Creek Queso, Ain't He Special, Chicka Boom, and Sports Box. That's your field of 8. Once again, the lone driver change, Sylvan Fillion driving the 1, West is Best. Starting gate is rolling. Qualifier number 4, total of 15 qualifiers here today at Mohawk Park. We've got a field of 8 taking their positions. 3-year-old pacing colts and geldings approaching the top of the stretch. Gate picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and pacing. And blasting out of there goes Ship Disturber. Next door neighbor, Airy Shadow, was also off the wings well. From the far outside, Sports Box is going to be forwardly placed. Then it is Cold Creek Queso between horses is Ain't He Special. Chicka Boom crossing over to get away in 6th in front of Drop the Rake Freddy, who got away 7th. And from the rail, West is Best is the trailer 8th. Into the first turn they go, and Louis-Philippe Bois sent Ship Disturber to the front, and Ship Disturber leads the way through an opening quarter of 28-1. So a 28-1 opener as they swing into the backstretch. Ship Disturber will stick to his task as he is leading the way. Airy Shadow is pacing in 2nd, 3.5 lengths from the front. That is Cold Creek Queso, who is in 3rd. And Cold Creek Queso is coming to the outside now for Sorry. So going to make a second quarter rush to the lead. Cold Creek Queso up to grab command. Ship Disturber relegated to 2nd. Airy Shadow is in 3rd. Sports Box is racing in 4th. Then we go back to Ain't He Special 5th, who is followed by Chicka Boom 6th. Drop the Rake Freddy, and West is Best. The half was hit in 58-4. So making that rush to the lead, Cold Creek Queso then scoots away, leading it by 4 as they race past 5/8. Back second is Ship Disturber. Then it's another gap of 3.5. Going to Airy Shadow in 3rd. Sports Box is 4th. 2.5 lengths back to Ain't He Special. Chicka Boom 6th. 7th is Drop the Rake Freddy, and West is Best is your trailer. It's a 5-length advantage up front for Cold Creek Queso, who races past 3 quarters in 1:26-4. So a 28-second third panel into the stretch, and Cold Creek Queso leads them by more than a half dozen lengths. Back in 2nd is Ship Disturber. Airy Shadow on the outside trying to get by for 2nd. Sports Box is then racing in 4th. And then we go to Ain't He Special. Chicka Boom, Drop the Rake Freddy, and West is Best. But Cold Creek Queso was the best here in this one. Cold Creek Queso wins it by about 8 or 9 lengths and stops the clock in 1:53-3. Qualifier number 4 goes to number 5, Cold Creek Queso. 3-year-old gelded son of Better Than Cheddar out of a Mach 3 mare. Austin Sorey was in the driver's seat for trainer Murray Breather. 2 for 7 in his rookie campaign. Had a mark of 153 and 2, making $50,000 here this morning. Second qualifier of the season for Cold Creek Queso, and does it in dominant fashion, winning by 9 lengths in 153 and 3, home in 26 and 4. Finishing second was number 4, Ship Disturber, while third was the 8, Sports Box. Here we go now for qualifier number 5. It'll be a field of 7. Back to the trot we go. 3-year-old trotting colts and geldings. Inside out, we have Royalties Rocket, PPE, Lexus Ranger, Mercutio, Illusional, Star Power Hanover, and Ackles Hanover. So the starting gate is rolling, and the sophomore trotters take their positions. Field of 7, approaching the top of the stretch. Lined up for qualifier number 5 on this Friday morning at Woodbine Mohawk Park. Starting gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and trotting. Lexus, Ranger, and Mercutio are getting the first calls. Mercutio out in the center of the track will step ahead. Then it's Lexus Ranger, PPE from the outside. Ackles Hanover is coming away well. Then it is Illusional back to Star Power Hanover on the outside, 6th, and down at the inside, 7th. After a little bit of a sluggish beginning, Royalties Rocket into the first turn, and Mercutio is the leader. Up front here by a little more than 2 lengths. In second is Lexus Ranger as they race past the opening quarter. It's up on the board in 29 seconds flat. So it's Mercutio leading the way. Mercutio, the 3-year-old son of bar hopping, up front here from Lexus Ranger in second. PPE is trotting in third. They're tightening up a bit now. Then we go to Ackles Hanover, who is in fourth. Closing in now 5th is Illusional, followed by Star Power Hanover, and Royalties Rocket is the trailer 7th. No change in order as they come to the midway point, and it is Mercutio and Trevor Henry the leader past the half in 1 minute and 1/5. Entering the final turn, Mercutio leading it. Lexus Ranger has been following along. Then it is PPE. About 4.5 lengths from the front is Ackles Hanover in 4th, followed by Illusional in 5th. Right behind that one is Star Power Hanover, then a gap of 2 to the trailer, Royalties Rocket. Nobody off the cones just yet. They're following Mercutio. Lexus Ranger getting the 2-hole trip, and right there as well has been PPE. They spin for home off 3/4 in 1:30 and 2 into the stretch. It is Mercutio who will try to get away from Lexus Ranger, who should have something to say. Comes to the outside now from McDonnell, and the final 1/8 of the mile. Mercutio at the inside. Lexus Ranger on the outside. Shoots on by and takes the lead. PPE is in third. Scooting up the inside late. Ackles Hanover has good trot here in the final quarter, but as they come to the edge of the tote board, it'll be Lexus Ranger to take it. Mercutio was second. Ackles Hanover third. Fourth went to PPE. Then it was Star Power Hanover, followed by Illusional and Royalties Rocket. Time of the mile, 1:58 and 2. The winner of qualifier number 5 was number 3, Lexus Ranger, 3-year-old gelded son of Archangel, driven and trained by Paul McDonnell. 2 for 8 in his rookie campaign. This was his season debut qualifier. Wins off the 2-hole trip in 158 and 2. Finishing second was the former Cuscio. Third was number 7, Ackles Hanover. Up next is qualifier number 6. We've got 3-year-old pacing fillies in the 6th qualifier. 1 driver change. Number 2, Cheryl Shadow. The driver will be Sylvan Fillion. For the 6th qualifier, as mentioned, it's a field of 7 3-year-old pacing fillies. Sylvan Fillion drives the 2, Cheryl Shadow. Here is the field from the inside out. Lions Believer, Cheryl Shadow, Ivory Hanover, Momentarily, Love That Smile, Fade Out, and Silver Label. That is your field of 7 for qualifier number 6. Just waiting on number 2, Cheryl Shadow. That one making her way around the final turn up to meet the others as the starting gate will begin to move into position. Three of the 7 pacing fillies in this qualifier all competed in the Ontario Sire Stakes Super Final, including number 7, Silver Label. She was the runner-up, had a tremendous 2-year-old campaign. O'Brien Award finalist, lost that award to her stablemate, Prohibition Legal. Silver Label was 6 for 8 with over $340,000 earned. Next door neighbor number 6, Fade Out. That one banked nearly $160,000, has a mark of 151 and 3, and starting from post 5, Love That Smile also had a tremendous campaign, making over $150,000, winning 3 for 9 starts. Starting into the top of the stretch for our 6th qualifier, 3-year-old pacing fillies lined up, picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and pacing. Silver Label and Fade Out are crossing over as they fire from the outside. Cheryl Shadow will get away in 3rd, while Ivory Hanover will duck in behind to get away 4th. Then we go to momentarily 5th. 6th is Love That Smile, and your early trailer is Lions Believer. Towards the first turn, and Silver Label got put to the lead by James McDonald, and it'll be Silver Label up front. Fade Out racing in 2nd, and then 3rd is Cheryl Shadow. The opening quarter is coming up, and it was paced in 28 and 1. So a 28 and 1 opener for Silver Label. Switching things up this week, got the 2-hole trip last week in her season debut qualifier. This week she's on the front, leading it by a little more than a length and a half from Fade Out in 2nd, Cheryl Shadow in 3rd. 4th is Ivory Hanover. We go back to momentarily 5th. 6th up the backside, Love That Smile, and your trailer is Lions Believer. No change in order as they come towards the half. It is Silver Label. Fade Out getting up on the helmet there as they race past the midway point in 58 and 1. Second quarter was 30 seconds even. On to the final turn they go. Silver Label. Fade Out 2nd. Cheryl Shadow is 3rd. 4th is Ivory Hanover. Then it's still a couple of lengths going back to momentarily 5th, who is followed by Love That Smile and Lions Believer. Midway around the final turn, it is Silver Label, the daughter of Better's Delight, continuing to lead the way from the Sports Writer filly Fade Out, who has been following along since the word go in 2nd. They're past 3 quarters in 1:27 and 1 off the turn and into the stretch. Silver Label now will look to kick home strong. Fade Out in 2nd. The 3rd quarter was 29 seconds even. They're into the lane, coming to the 8th pole, and Silver Label is scooting away from Fade Out, who's trying to stick with her, about 2.5 lengths from the leader. Then we go well back now to Ivory Hanover, who overtakes Cheryl Shadow for 3rd. Edge of the tote board, Silver Label. Another good-looking effort will win it by 2. 2nd was Fade Out. Then it was Ivory Hanover from Cheryl Shadow. Love That Smile. Momentarily, and Lions Believer. Time of the mile was 1:53 and 4 for Silver Label. Qualifier number 6, the winner was number 7, Silver Label. 3-year-old daughter of Better's Delight out of a Real Desire mare, a homebred from Alar Farms, trained by Nick Galucci and driven to victory by James McDonald. 6 for 8 in her rookie campaign. The only 2 times she lost, she did finish 2nd, made $341,000, has a mark of 151 and 4. Here this morning, it's her 2nd consecutive qualifying score. She goes coast to coast to win in 153 and 4, home in 26 and 3. Finishing 2nd was number 6, Fade Out, while 3rd was number 3, Ivory Hanover. Up next is qualifier number 7. And in this 7th qualifier, we've got a group of older trotters. And several notables, to say the least. One change here in the 7th qualifier. Note that number 7, Forbidden Trade, will not wear trotting hobbles. No trotting hobbles for the 7 Forbidden Trade. Here's the field from the inside out. She's Wild and Free, Dark Angel Des Bois, Rosie's Warbonds, Levator, Pemberton, On a Streak, and Forbidden Trade. So award winners in this group for our 7th qualifier. It'll be the season debut qualifier for Hambletonian champion Forbidden Trade, beginning his 6-year-old campaign, closed out his 5-year-old season, winning the TVG final. Winner of $2.1 million. Beside him, a stablemate On a Streak, making his 4-year-old debut. Number 5, Pemberton. Much anticipation to see him back racing under the lights. Did have a qualifier back on April 2nd at Hawkinsville in Georgia. Returns to Woodbine Mohawk Park here this morning. So it's a field of 7 for our 7th qualifier. Trotters swing into the stretch. They're picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and trotting. Rosie's Warbonds towards the inside is going to get the first call. Pemberton On a Streak and Forbidden Trade, the outside 3, all come away well, and they'll slot away 2nd, 3rd, and 4th for the time being. Then it's Dark Angel Des Bois who got away 5th. 6th is Levator, and the trailer, She's Wild and Free. Into the first turn they go. Rosie's Warbonds was ready to rock and leads the way for Ed Hensley. Pemberton is racing in 2nd. Forbidden Trade dropped in behind 3rd in front of stablemate On a Streak 4th. They went past the opening quarter in 28 and 3. Into the backstretch they go. Rosie's Warbonds is the leader, as it's the 4-year-old gelding showing the way by a length and a half from Pemberton in 2nd. Forbidden Trade is 3rd. On a Streak trots along in 4th. Dark Angel Des Bois is in 5th. 6 up the backside, Levator, and your trailer 7th. She's Wild and Free. And here comes Forbidden Trade underway for McClure, out from 3rd, and is going to rush up and take the top spot before the half. So Forbidden Trade will clear just as they hit the half. The half was up in 59 and 3. So they were back down in the 2nd quarter after a 28 and 3 opener. Half was 59 and 3. Forbidden Trade from 3rd to 1st leads them now by 3 lengths as they go into the final turn. Rosie's Warbonds in 2nd. Pemberton is 3rd, followed by On a Streak in 4th. 5th is Dark Angel Des Bois, followed by Levator, and the trailer, She's Wild and Free. But here's Forbidden Trade, the winner of $2.1 million, leads by 3, coming to 3/4, past that station in 128 and 3, off the turn and into the stretch. It is Forbidden Trade, 29 seconds even in the 3rd quarter. Forbidden Trade looking to close this one out strong. Coming up the inside will be Pemberton on Rosie's Warbonds. Center of the track is On a Streak. Back to Dark Angel Des Bois, Levator, and She's Wild and Free. Pemberton is closing up the rail, looking to overtake Forbidden Trade. Forbidden Trade and Pemberton coming to the line, and Pemberton comes up the inside to win it by a head. Finishing 2nd was Forbidden Trade. On a Streak was 3rd. The time of the mile, 1:56 and 4. Qualifier number 7 goes to number 5, Pemberton. Driven to victory by trainer Paul Walker. Pemberton had that tremendous 3-year-old season a couple of years back. Unfortunately, was sidelined in his 4-year-old campaign, but looks good so far this season on the comeback trail. His Woodbine Mohawk Park debut for 2022 is a winning one as he fires up the inside to win in 156 and 4. Forbidden Trade finishes second, and third was On a Streak. It was a 27 and 2 final quarter for the winner, Pemberton, who takes it in 156 and 4. Up next is qualifier number 8, our final qualifier of the first half today. There will be a break after the 8th qualifier. And in this 8th qualifier, we have no changes. Here's the field of 5. Older Pacers. Inside Out, Royal Tang, Control Me Once, Beach Party, Desperate Man, and Power Train. Reigning Horse of the Year, Desperate Man, lines up from post 4 for driver Trevor Henry, trainer Kathy Chakeen. Qualified last week, winning in 153 and 1, home in 27 seconds flat. Second qualifier of the season for the now 4-year-old Desperate Man. Made nearly $1 million last year. His most prestigious victory coming in the Pepsi North America Cup. Next door neighbor is number 5, Power Train, who won a 3-year-old Open in 148 and 2 on that evening of the Pepsi North America Cup. Made over $200,000. His second qualifier of the season. So then filling on driving for trainer Nick Galucci. So it's a field of 5. Older Pacers here. Starting gate swings into the stretch for qualifier number 8. And they're off and pacing, and Power Train is ready to rock. It'll be Power Train charging out to the lead. Desperate Man will go around Beach Party to get away in second. Royal Tang got away fourth, and then the early trailers Control Me Once. Power Train is motoring along as he is flying into that first turn. Desperate Man is about 4 lengths back in second. Then it is Beach Party third, Royal Tang and Control Me Once. They come to the opening quarter here, and it'll be Powertrain leading it 27 seconds flat. So Powertrain is the leader. Into the backstretch, Desperate Man racing in second. Then it's back to Beach Party, Royal Tang, Control Me Once is the trailer. As Fillion tries to rate Powertrain here in the second quarter now, charged up, and he leads it by a length and a half. Desperate Man closes in. We'll try to stick with him, but Powertrain not going to back it down too much here in the second quarter. Powertrain storms past the half and leads them past the half in 55 seconds flat. So the second quarter was paced in 28 seconds even. So it is Powertrain and Desperate Man. Beach Party doing his best, along with Royal Tang, to try and stick with that lead pair, and then we go back to Control Me Once. Powertrain up top. The lead is about 2 lengths. Desperate Man second, and then Beach Party, Royal Tang, Control Me Once. Let's see what they've got for the final quarter of the mile as Powertrain leads past 3 quarters in 1:22 and 4. So the third quarter was paced in 27 and 4. Powertrain's been on a mission. Desperate Man will now try to challenge. Meanwhile, we go back to Royal Tang overtakes Beach Party, and Control Me Once is the trailer. Final 1/8 of the mile, and Powertrain. What a performance here this morning. He is ready for his 4-year-old season. He's going to win this one by 5, maybe a half dozen lengths. It'll be Powertrain, and he stops the clock in 1:50 and 1. Desperate Man was second. Royal Tang finishing third. Beach Party and Control Me Once, 1:50 and 1 for Powertrain. So qualifier number 8 goes to number 5, Powertrain. 4-year-old gelded son of Shadow Play, a homebred from Millar Farms, trained by Nick Gallucci, driven by Sylvain Fillion. Second qualifier of the season for Powertrain, and he wins in 1:50 and 1, going all the way. Posting fractions of 27, 55, 122 and 4, 150 and 1 for Powertrain, the winner of 200,000 life at the mark of 148 and 2. He's ready for his 4-year-old season. Desperate Man finished second, and third was Royal Tang. With the conclusion of qualifier number 8, we now are on about a 20-minute break before qualifiers will resume. Qualifiers 9 through 15 still to come on this Friday. All right, time to resume with today's qualifying action from Woodbine Mohawk Park. Qualifier number 9 is up next. Note that the 2 Opus Faith does not wear trotting hobbles. Driver change on number 4 Irish Charm. Mark Stacy will do the driving. We've got 3-year-old Trotting fillies for our ninth qualifier, a field of 8. Inside Out, Loon du Hurrah, Opus Faith, Gala Halo, Irish Charm, Royalty's Dream, Chapter 19, Sandra, and Grace. That's your field of 8 for our 9th qualifier as we begin the second half of today's session. Starting gate swings into the stretch, field of 8 picking up speed, and here they come. Off stride number 1, Loon du Hurrah. They're off and trotting. Grace from the outside leaves out well. There's Irish Charm in the center along with Royalty's Dream. Gala Halo is coming away well as from the center. It'll be Chapter 19 to get away in 5th, looking to get in front of Opus Faith. And then we go back to Sandra and the trailer after the break at the start, Loon du Hurrah. Grace is on the outside looking to muscle around Royalty's Dream to grab command as they race towards the opening quarter. It will be Grace who leads them through an opening quarter of 28 and 2. Grace the leader as they move into the backstretch. In second, it is Royalty's Dream, 3 lengths from the front for Irish Charm. Then in 4th, that is Gala Halo, a break of 4 lengths going back to Opus Faith in 5th. 6th up the backside is Sandra, and another first-term breaker was Chapter 19. That one made a miscue, joining Loon du Hurrah. 6 of them remain flat as they race towards the midway point. It is Grace by 1.5 lengths, while Royalty's Dream can just follow along in second. Off of a 28 and 2 opener, they're past the half in 59 and 1. So the second quarter was trotted in 30 and 4. Entering the final turn, it's Grace the leader. Royalty's Dream second. Few lengths now back to Irish Charm third. Gala Halo is 4th. Opus Faith 5th. 6th around the turn is Sandra. Then we go back to Loon du Hurrah and Chapter 19. Grace up front is doing the heavy lifting here today, and she looks good on the lead. Second has been Royalty's Dream throughout. They're past 3 quarters in 1:29 and 3 off the turn and into the stretch, and we'll see if Grace can close it out. Royalty's Dream in second. To the outside, Gala Halo overtaking Irish Charm for third. Back to Sandra and Opus Faith. Final 8 to the mile, and Grace is getting away on them now. It is Grace opening up now as they approach the edge of the tote board. That lead now to 6-7 lengths. It's going to be Grace to win it. Good effort here today. She stops the clock, winning it in 1:57 and 2. Finishing second was Royalty's Dream. Then it was Gala Halo, followed by Sandra 4th. Once again, 1:57 and 2 for Grace. The winner in qualifier number 9 is number 8, Grace, 157-2. The time of the mile for the 3-year-old daughter of merchandiser. James McDonald was driving for trainer Jason McGinnis. 2 for 8 in her rookie campaign. She made nearly $100,000. Second qualifier of the season, and she wins it today, doing it all up front, 157-2. Turning our focus now to qualifier number 10. In this 10th qualifier, we have 3-year-old pacing fillies. Couple of driver notes. Number 3, Born Ready. The driver will be Jay Harris. Number 4, Body Express. Make the driver Austin Sorey. Inside out, we have Maven Sealster, Better Sing It, Born Ready, Body Express, Century Isabella, Night Legs, Shanghai Sealster, and Velvet Stinger. That's your field of 8 as they begin to take their positions for the 10th qualifier. Once again, 2 driver changes. Number 3, Born Ready. The driver is Jay Harris. Number 4, Body Express. The driver is Austin Sorey. Starting gate swings into the stretch. Field of 8 lined up. 3-year-old pacing fillies picking up speed for our 10th qualifier. They're off and pacing. Century Isabella going to charge from the center, coming away with Born Ready, and Born Ready will get the early advantage. Shanghai Sealster is forwardly placed, then it's Better Sing It to get away in 4th. From mid-pack, that is Night Legs. Then it is Velvet Stinger, who gets in front of a couple of rivals, including Maven Sealster and Body Express. Towards the first turn, it is Born Ready, was ready to go as they head in that first bend. Maybe jumping the shadow there was Shanghai Sealster while racing in 3rd. That one collects and will get reset and drops in 3rd. The opening quarter was 29-2. So a 29-2 opener, courtesy of Born Ready. Now looping around will be Century Isabella for Jameson. So Century Isabella will overtake the top spot. Born Ready now 2nd, racing 3rd is Shanghai Sealster. 4th up the backside is Better Sing It, followed by Night Legs in 5th. 6th is Velvet Stinger. Then 7th, the Maven Sealster, with the trailer being Body Express. The new leader, it is Century Isabella, who will lead them past the half. Century Isabella up front leads them through the half of 59-2. So on to the final turn they go. Century Isabella, the daughter of Sunshine Beach, leads the way. In 2nd is Born Ready. 2.5 lengths going back to Shanghai Sealster, who's looking to pick it up. Then it is Better Sing It 4th. 5th is Night Legs. And then we go to Velvet Stinger 6th, 7th to Maven Sealster, and then it's about 5 lengths back to the trailer, Body Express. 3/4 the next destination here for Century Isabella, and Century Isabella races past that marker in 128-4. Off the turn and into the stretch, Century Isabella. The early leader was Born Ready, and Born Ready wants to reclaim that top spot, looking to charge on by. Here's Born Ready from Century Isabella. Behind horses is Shanghai Sealster on the far outside. Better Sing It is unleashed, and Better Sing It is charging on the outside and coming on by. Shooting through the middle is Shanghai Sealster. Better Sing It and Shanghai Sealster. Better Sing It will win it. Shanghai Sealster was 2nd, Born Ready 3rd, Century Isabella 4th. Then we went to Velvet Stinger, followed by Night Legs, Maven Sealster, and Body Express. Time of the mile was 156-2. Qualifier number 10 was captured by number 2, Better Sing It. 3-year-old filly by Better Than Cheddar out of a Coal Muffler mare. Owned and trained by Tony Beaton. Bob McClure was in the sulky. This was the debut for Better Sing It, her first charted appearance, and she wins in 156 and 2, rallying from 4th at 3/4. She was 5 lengths off. So she shoots home at 26 and 3 to win it in 156 and 2. An impressive debut for Better Sing It. Finishing second was number 7, Shanghai Sealster, and third was number 3, Born Ready. Next up is qualifier number 11, Trotters. 3-year-old colts and geldings, field of 7. Few equipment notes. Note number 3, Timel Shamrock, does not wear trotting hobbles. Number 5, Bubba Louie, does wear trotting hobbles. And number 6, Wheelin' and Rockin', does not wear trotting hobbles. Driver changes as well. Number 5, Bubba Louie, it'll be Bert Renault driving. And number 7, Our Royal Port, the driver will be Sylvain Fillion. That's your field, or at least the changes for this field. Let's meet the field inside out. We go Fastnet Rock, Crew Chief, Timel Shamrock, Three Finger Pour, Bubba Louie, Wheelin' and Rockin', and Our Royal Port. Field of 7 for qualifier number 11. Starting gate swings into the stretch. Trotters picking up speed, and here they come. They're off and trotting. Timel Shamrock goes over to the pylons. Looked to be the early leader, but that's going to go instead to Three Finger Pour and Trevor Henry, who stride out strongly to the top spot. Our Royal Port will get ahead of Timel Shamrock. Getting away fourth was Bubba Louie. Then it is Crew Chief fifth. Sixth to the first turn, Wheelin' and Rockin'. And from the rail, the debuting Fastnet Rock got away seventh. Into the first turn, and the leader, this is Three Finger Pour. Leads it by 2 lengths at an opening quarter of 29 seconds flat. Entering the backstretch, Three Finger Pour is the leader, up front by nearly 3 lengths. Racing in second, Our Royal Port. Then in third, that is Timel Shamrock. Fourth up the backside, Bubba Louie. It's a gap of about 7 or 8 lengths going back to Crew Chief fifth. Then 3 lengths back to Wheelin' and Rockin'. Getting on away from the back, Fastnet Rock wants to get past that nearest rival, so they race towards the half. And rolling up front right now is Three Finger Pour. Three Finger Pour leads them past the half in 59 and 1. Second quarter was trotted in 30 and a fifth. On to the final turn, Three Finger Pour. The gelded son of Muscle Mass is leading the way. Tightening up right there was Our Royal Port, who sits on the leader's back. Then it's about 5 lengths back to Timel Shamrock in third. Fourth is Bubba Louie. Trotting fifth, that is Crew Chief. Back to the final pair as they've been side by side. Wheelin' and Rockin' and Fastnet Rock. Three Finger Pour has been doing it up front. Meanwhile, Our Royal Port looks poised to strike here in the lane. 3/4 was 129 and 2. Off the turn and into the stretch. And here is Three Finger Pour with the lead, trying to stretch it out a little bit, looking to get away from Our Royal Port. Our Royal Port will try to come up the rail. Off stride goes Three Finger Pour. Three Finger Pour makes a break. So with that miscue, Our Royal Port comes by. Our Royal Port, trotting strong through the line, will win it. Finishing second will be Bubba Louie. Then it is Three Finger Pour, followed by Timel Shamrock, Crew Chief, Wheelin' and Rockin', and Fastnet Rock, 157 and 3. The winner of the 11th qualifier was number 7, Our Royal Port. 3-year-old colt by Archangel out of a muscle mass mare trained by Shane Weber for Tom and Elizabeth Rankin. They're also the breeders. The driver was Sylvan Fillion, 157 and 3. Sat second throughout. Did overtake that breaker in the lane, but was looking strong, trotting home nicely with a 28-second individual last quarter to win 157 and 3. Second was Bubba Louie, and third was Three Finger Pour. Up next is qualifier number 12, older pacers. For this 12th qualifier, field of 6, inside out, Moto Boatin, Avonlea Sealster, Jazz Beach, Nitro J, My Inside Voice, and Somewhere in Verona. Starting gate is rolling. Field of 6 lined up for qualifier number 12. The 12th of 15 on this Friday from Woodbine Mohawk Park. Starting gate coming to the top of the stretch. The Pacers are picking up speed. Off stride number 4, Nitro J. They're off and pacing somewhere in Verona from the outside. Will scoot away to the early lead. My Inside Voice will follow that path into second. Motorboating to get away in third. Avonlea Sealster slots fourth. Then we go to Jazz Beach and Nitro J, who made that break at the beginning, as reset and is powering along. Gets past one rival as they go into the first turn. Your leader is somewhere in Verona for Austin Sori, up front by a little more than 2 lengths. Racing in second is My Inside Voice. The opening quarter was 29 seconds even. Into the backstretch they go, and it is Somewhere in Verona. Racing second and tightening up there is My Inside Voice. Motorboatin is third, 3 lengths and back to Avonlea Sealster fourth. Couple of lengths to Nitro J, and the trailer continues to be Jazz Beach. They're going up the backside and approaching the midway point. Somewhere in Verona, the 4-year-old, who has a mark of 149 and 4, sits with the lead here. First appearance since February the 4th. And it's Somewhere in Verona past the half in 58 and 3. 2-length advantage for Somewhere in Verona. 58 and 3 half. In second is My Inside Voice. Third is Motorboatin. Fourth is Avonlea Sealster. Nitro J is ready to go on now. Comes to the outside, and your trailer continues to be Jazz Beach. Stretching out the lead a little bit at 3/4 Somewhere in Verona. The 3/4 time was 127 and 2. Off the turn and into the stretch. Somewhere in Verona. Here on the outside, that is Motorboatin into second. My Inside Voice at the inside third. Far outside, Nitro J. And in the center is Avonlea Sealster. Final 1/8 of the mile, Somewhere in Verona, trying to close it out. Motorboatin's looking to track that one down. Somewhere in Verona, not being asked, is going to take it. Wins it by about 1.5 lengths. Finishing in second, that was Motorboatin. Third was Nitro J. From My Inside Voice, Avonlea Sealster, and Jazz Beach. Time of the mile was 1:54 and 2. The winner of qualifier number 12 is number 6, Somewhere in Verona, a 4-year-old son of some beach somewhere out of a Western Terre mare. Blake McIntosh trains. Austin Sorey was in the sulky coast-to-coast win in 154-2, final quarter 27 seconds flat. 3 wins and 21 starts last year, mark of 149-4. And that was the first look at Somewhere in Verona since early February. Good qualifying effort, 154-2 in the 12th. Finishing second was Motorboaten, and third, Nitro J. Coming up next is our 13th qualifier, older trotters in the 13th. One driver change, number 1, Wee Jill. The driver will be James McDonald. And note that number 6, In a Minute Hanover, does not wear trotting hobbles. No trotting hobbles for the 6, In a Minute Hanover. So it will be a field of 8 as listed to contest this 13th qualifier. Starting gate's going to move into position in just a moment. Starting gate, crawling into position for our 13th qualifier. Inside out, we have Wee Jill, HP Mama B, Amazon Do Hurrah, Patrick Do Hurrah, Cash Hudson, In a Minute Hanover, Royal Rob, and Bastiano. Once again, driver change on the 1, Wee Jill. It's James McDonald. And number 6, In a Minute Hanover, does not wear trotting hobbles. Starting gate to the top of the stretch. Field of 8 for qualifier 13, picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and trotting. Bastiano from the outside getting the first call as that one will cross in front of his 7 other rivals to lead them in the early going. In a minute, Hanover shoots ahead to get second from Cash Hudson third. Then it is Amazon Du Hurrah getting away in fourth, followed by Wee Jill in fifth. HP Mama B got away sixth, while Royal Rob will drop towards the back, getting away seventh in front of one rival, that being Patrick Du Hurrah. They're into the first turn, and it's a loose lead here for Bastiano of nearly 3 lengths, posting an opening quarter of 28-1. Into the backstretch, Bastiano leads it for Dave Boughton. Racing in second, that is in a minute Hanover, who will close in on the leader right now. Trotting along in third as they race up the backside is Cash Hudson, being followed in fourth by Amazon Du Hurrah. Fifth up the backside, Wee Jill, HP Mama B on that one's helmet. And the final two continue to be Royal Rob and Patrick Du Hurrah. The half was hit in 59 seconds flat. Second quarter was trotted in 30-4. Entering the final turn, it's Bastiano. They're in single file order. We get some movement in mid-pack. So up front, it's Bastiano. From in a minute, Hanover second. Cash Hudson is third. Then in fourth, that is Amazon Du Hurrah. Advancing on the outside, HP Mama B making that move on the far turn is now up into fourth. We'll check in with Wee Jill sixth. Seventh is Royal Rob. And the trailer is Patrick Du Hurrah. Three-quarter time, 1:29-4. Off the turn and into the stretch. After back-to-back 30-4 splits, Bastiano is confronted by HP Mama B. And HP Mama B has surged on by and taken the lead with an eighth of a mile to go. Bastiano in second. In a minute, Hanover will look to overtake that spot. Cash Hudson at the rail. Amazon Du Hurrah trying to finish up well. Edge of the tote board. HP Mama B, strong looking effort here, will win it. Finishing in second was in a minute Hanover. Then it was Amazon Du Hurrah. Bastiano was fourth. Back to Cash Hudson, Wee Jill, Patrick Du Hurrah, and Royal Rob. Time of the mile, 1:56-4. Qualifier number 13 goes to number 2, HP Mama B. She wins it in 1:56-4. Strong final quarter. It'll be sub 27 seconds for the 4-year-old daughter, Royalty for Life, out of a self-possessed mare. Sylvain Fillion was driving for trainer Ben Bayarjan, winner of 388,000 life. She made 312 grand last year, going 6 for 12 in a season that saw her pick up OSS Gold wins, including also a Casual Breeze victory. That was her second consecutive qualifier. Wins today in 156 and 4. Second was number 6 in a minute Hanover, and third was number 3 Amazon du Haras. Up next is our 14th qualifier. Some scratches and changes to pass along. Scratch number 3 getting into it. Number 3 is out. Driver change on the 5, Eddie's Crusade. The driver will be Anthony Hahn. And driver change on number 7, Squadron Sealster. The driver will be James McDonald. Scratch the 3. Hahn drives the 5. James McDonald drives the 7. Starting gate now moving into position for our 14th qualifier. 3-year-old pacing colts and geldings for our 14th qualifier, beginning to take their positions with the scratch of the 3. Numbers 4 through 9 all move in a spot. Here's your field from the inside out. Roy Rogers, Gold Rush Sealster, Arizona Phoenix, Eddie's Crusade, Lions Lou, Squadron Sealster, Buck and Better, Donahue Sealster. Field of 8 taking their positions for qualifier 14. Starting 8 to the top of the stretch. 3-year-old pacing colts and geldings picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and pacing. And coming away with the early advantage, Gold Rush Sealster, but looking to the outside, looks like Donahue Sealster is going to muscle up to that top spot. Lions Lou's going to get away in third, then fourth is Buck and Better, getting away fifth with Squadron Sealster, followed by Eddie's Crusade, and then it was a couple of first-timers that were a little off the gate, that being Roy Rogers and Arizona Phoenix. A bit of a handful there for Kelly, trying to get that one steering straight, but does go off stride. So they come to the opening quarter, and up front it's Donahue Sealster through an opening panel of 29 and 3. Donahue Sealster will lead it as they straighten away into the backstretch. It's the 3-year-old gelded son of Shadow Play up front, leading the way by nearly 3 lengths. Gold Rush Sealster is in second. Third is Lions Lou. Then racing along in fourth is Buck and Better, who is followed by Squadron Sealster, 2 lengths back to Eddie's Crusade, tracked by Roy Rogers, and then we're going about a dozen lengths back to the breaker, Arizona Phoenix. Coming towards the half, Donahue Sealster is leading it. Opening quarter was 29 and 3. The half is hit in a minute flat, so the second quarter was paced in 30 and 2. Entering the final turn, and now we'll get some action out from third. Here comes Lions Lou, ready to attack as Donahue Sealster maybe ramps it up a notch, gets a little separation on the nearest rival through the opening half mile, that being Gold Rush Sealster, but that one also gets it into gear. So the top 3 right now sees Donahue Sealster at the inside, Lions Lou on the outside, Gold Rush Sealster will follow in behind, is right there just a length and a half from the front as they race past 3 quarters in 1:28 and 4. So they ramped it up 28 and 4 in the third quarter, off the turn and into the stretch. Donahue Sealster, Lions Lou, lots of room up the inside for Gold Rush Sealster. We then go back to Buck and Better in fourth, followed by Squadron Sealster, Eddie's Crusade, and Roy Rogers. Now into the final 16th. Up the inside, Gold Rush Sealster's trying to pick off Donahue Sealster, and Gold Rush Sealster comes up the inside to win it. Donahue Sealster finishes second, beat a length. Then it was Lions Lou third, followed fourth across the line by Buck and Better. The time of the mile was 1:56 flat. Taking it was Gold Rush Sealster. Qualifier 14 is captured by number 2 Gold Rush Seal Star. 3-year-old colt by Better's Delight out of a Jeremy's Jet mare. Trained by Greg McNair, driven to victory by Doug McNair. Had just one start in his rookie campaign back on July 9th after a couple of qualifiers. So returns to the track here on April 29th. First qualifier of his 3-year-old season, and he wins it in 1:56. Charging up the inside to take it with a final quarter likely in the ballpark of 27 seconds flat. Finishing second was Donahue Sealster, and third was Lions Lou. Next up is our 15th and final qualifier on this Friday. Equipment notes: number 2, Free Spins; number 6, PL Problem Child; and number 8, First One. All add trotting hobbles. So add trotting hobbles to the 2, 6, and the 8. Field of 9, no other changes. Inside out, we have Jara, Free Spins, Kick in Your Mass, Molise, Time I'll Pass You By, PL Problem Child, Cleveland Monica, First One, and Macy's Muscles. That's your field of 9 for the 15th and final qualifier, featuring a group of 3-year-old trotting fillies. Reminder, qualifying action will resume on Monday here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. 10 a.m. is the post time. Live racing continues here tonight and Saturday your weekend action here from the Hawks. He's racing begin at 7 p.m. For all the details you need, visit woodbinemohawkpark.com. Starting gate coming to the top of the stretch. It's a field of 9 3-year-old trotting fillies to put a bow on today's qualifying session. Well back number 9, Macy's Muscles off stride. Qualifier 15 picking up speed. And they're off and trotting. Another break at the beginning. This time it is free spins, that one off stride. At the inside, it is Jara getting the first call, holding ground at the rail. It'll be Molise pushing ahead, so too does Time Will Pass You By. Another breaker, off stride went number 6, PL Problem Child. So as they head towards the first turn, getting to the top will be Molise for Xeron. That'll put Jara in second. Sliding into third is Time Will Pass You By. Getting in front of Kicking Your Mass fourth, followed fifth by Cleveland Monica. Sixth to the opening quarter was First One, and then it is back to the breakers. PL Problem Child, Free Spins, and Macy's Muscles. The opening quarter was 29-3. Into the backstretch they go, and your leader is Molise. It's Molise leading the way. Trotting along in second, that is Jara. Then we go back in third to Time Will Pass You By, who is 3 lengths from the front. Kicking Your Mass is trotting fourth. Fifth is Cleveland Monica. And sixth, that is First One. The half was hit in 101 even. On to the final turn goes the field of 3-year-old trotting fillies. Those that remain trotting are tightly packed here, single file, but now out from third comes Time Will Pass You By. Time Will Pass You By quickly coming up here on the outside, engaging with Molise, who is asked to respond. So it's Molise and Time Will Pass You By. Inside third, Jara swung to the outside and sitting in a good spot there. Fourth now into third is Kicking Your Mass. Also on the outside is Cleveland Monica. Inside sixth is First One. 3/4 time, 1:31-4. Off the turn and into the stretch, and Molise surrenders the lead as it is on the outside, taking over the top spot. Time Will Pass You By. Jara gets off the cones, is in behind the new leader, looking for some daylight. Kicking Your Mass is on the outside. Short advantage here still for Time Will Pass You By, but that one's going to be challenged. It's Kicking Your Mass on the far outside. Jara through the center. Kicking Your Mass on the outside, getting up to take it. Finishing second was Time Will Pass You By. Jara was third. Molise was fourth. Time of the mile, 2 minutes flat.